Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make chana masala or chole masala. It's a very famous Indian curry. It can be eaten with a lot of Indian breads like chola puri, which is like a bigger version of puri, roti, pulka, name it, any type of bread. And also you can eat it with rice, jeera rice, vegetable rice, or just plain rice. It's a great dish and we all love it, and I make it so often, so I wanted to show it to you guys. So let's go over the ingredients so that we can get started. I have some cooked chana here. I'll talk about it in a bit. I have some garam masala, whole garam masala. This is cumin, bay leaves, cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, and I have some mace powder. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can just skip it. And then I have some ginger garlic paste. If you have fresh ginger and garlic, and if you can make it to a paste, that's even better. And then I have some chana masala. You'll get this in any Indian store. This is one of the important ingredients. And then I have some turmeric. I have some onions, cilantro, green chilies, one lemon, and tomatoes. And then I have some salt and oil. So I have one big size onion. You can use a lot of tomatoes for this because it's kind of a tangy curry. And then I have about 4 green chilies because I'm not using any other thing for the heat. So now that we have seen the ingredients, I'm going to cut the onion and tomatoes, and then I'll meet you for making the chana masala. Now I have my vegetables completely cut. I chopped them very finely. That's how you want it to be. Just about the chana, try to make this garbanzo beans at home, like cook it at home, because I don't like the tinned ones. They're not completely cooked. They kind of have that preservative smell, which I don't like. So for cooking this garbanzo beans or chana, I soak them overnight and then I cook them in the pressure cooker for about 6 to 7 whistles. You want to make sure it's like nice and smashy. So if you smash it, it should be nicely smashy. If you don't have a pressure cooker, then just soak it overnight and cook it like how you would cook rice on stove top until it's nice and squishy. But the pressure cooker is like the best way to do it. And soaking the beans is very, very important. Like if you don't soak it and if you start cooking it, it'll not cook like how much ever time you cook it. So with that all said and done, let's move to the stove top so that we can start cooking. To get started, I'm going to first add oil to my pan, which has been heating in about medium flame. So I have all my whole garam masala here. Just add everything to the pan. Make sure it's on medium flame because it might get burned. So once your garam masala is roasted, just increase the heat maybe a little bit and then add all your onions. And then add your green chilies and then give this a mix. Add some salt to this so that it will cook the onions faster. Adding the salt will make them release the moisture so that it will get cooked faster. So while this is cooking, I'm also going to add my ginger garlic paste. And then I'm also going to add my turmeric. The turmeric is just to give it a nice color. So cook this mixture until the onions turn brown and also the raw flavor of the ginger garlic paste is gone, and then we'll add the tomatoes. The onion is nicely brown. Now I'm going to add my tomatoes. Give it a mix. To this, I'm going to add all my chana masala or chole masala. This is per your taste. Like if you want more, you can add more. This is how much I usually like to add. Just going to add a little more salt to tomatoes. Give this a mix and then let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes at least. I just wanted to show how the gravy is coming along. I added some water because it became very thick. And then I started cooking it. I nicely mashed the tomatoes. So I'm just going to let this cook again for another 10 minutes because I cooked 5 minutes so far, and cook this in medium heat. Now my gravy is nicely cooked. Can you see how it's formed into a nice paste, and all the raw smell has gone now. So now I'm going to add my chana, garbanzo beans. I have some of the water left behind so that it can get formed into a curry. Just going to mix everything together. Now I'm going to increase the heat between medium and high. I was cooking until medium. So now I'm going to add the remaining salt for this dish. And then add some more water to this. Then I'm going to close this and cook it for about a good 10 minutes. And then open it and cook it for about a good 5 minutes. And then I'll meet you back when it's almost done. Now my chana was cooking for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes when I kept it closed, and now I opened it and cooked it for a few minutes. Can you see how it has nicely thickened? I gave it a taste test and I added some salt. My chana is ready. I'm going to just transfer it to a serving bowl here. I'm going to take this to my counter and we'll eat this. My chana masala is ready. Now I'll tell you how to serve this. I have some fresh cilantro here. Just gonna top it up with some cilantro. Then I have fresh lime, lemon. Give a dash of lemon on this. This looks so good. Can you see how amazing it looks? The colors and the fresh cilantro, when it hits the chana masala, it's gonna smell really, really fresh. I'm making some rice to eat with this, but now I'm just going to give it a taste test. I'm just giving it a mix since I added the lime. Okay. Give me a second. It's so hot. You can smell the chana masala and the maize and all the garam masala we added. Guys, you need to make this. It's so good. It's so fresh. And if you make some puris with this, it's going to be really good. I'll tell you another way to eat it. Get some samosas, or I'll show you in another episode how to make samosas. Break them and put this chana over that and eat it. You can also sprinkle some fresh, like raw onion. Some people don't like the raw onion, but my husband likes it that way. But I'm telling you, this tastes really, really good. It's so tangy. The chana is perfectly cooked. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you later with more exciting videos. Bye bye. Take care.